Now in Good Morning Northwest, a confessed killer mediates with the victims' families. What that means for the charges against him.
And I'm keeping an eye on a weather system moving into the inland northwest, but it's mostly good news for your plans today.
And a woman found dead in northeast Spokane near the place 2 other people were killed. What we know about both cases this morning. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. It is Thursday, December 14th. Matt Gray is in for Mark this morning. Let's toss things over to him for a first look at our forecast.
All right, and we do have a weather system moving through. You can see the rain across the Seattle area. We've got snow moving into the Cascades. We've also got a little bit of snow up in our northern counties, but as you can see here, some of the returns on radar fading away as they get closer to our radar site here in Spokane. And that means that basically we're looking at clouds and not a lot of actual precipitation coming down with the first wave of this system that is moving in right now. There will be a chance, though, for a little bit of light snow in the Priest Lake area, around Bonners Ferry, north to the Canada border, places like Northport, Republic, Boyds, those areas. A chance for a couple of flurries. So far, have not seen much of anything on our local highway cameras yet this morning, but I'll let you know if that changes. So most of us going to be staying dry for today, and that includes Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, where we'll see mostly cloudy conditions. Temperatures right now at 30 in Spokane. We're in the upper 20s around many parts of Coeur d'Alene. And as you get outside of some of the more urban core areas, that is how our day starts. We will end up in the upper 30s with maybe a little bit of sun trying to peek out from behind the clouds later today. I'll show you when we'll have a better chance for some wet weather coming up.
He admitted killing 4 people, but charges against the Kellogg man have been reduced thanks to a mediation agreement with the family of the victims. Major John Kaler has agreed to plead guilty to 4 counts of second-degree murder instead of first-degree murder. The family of the 4 victims has also agreed to drop the burglary charge against Kaler. The 31-year-old killed 2 adults and 2 teenagers in June. He told police he snapped and killed them because his wife told him the 18-year-old neighbor exposed himself to Kaler's children. A hearing to change his plea is scheduled for Monday afternoon in the Shoshone County Courthouse.
Police are investigating the death of a woman in northeast Spokane. Her body was found yesterday afternoon near Buckeye and Havana, a few blocks west of the Upriver Dam. A white dog was also found at the scene and was taken away by scraps. The Major Crimes Unit is investigating, but as of right now, police are not releasing any more details. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you any details as they become available.
We heard from the family of Kiara Morgan Whelan. The 23-year-old is one of 2 victims who died in northeast Spokane late Friday night. The Spokane police responded to reports of gunshots and found 37-year-old Colton Russell in his car and Kiara in the street. Kiara's mom, Lola Hansen, described her 23-year-old daughter as kind, playful, and compassionate. Kiara was a mother herself and leaves behind a 1-year-old son. Her mom says she aspired to be the best mom and a hair and makeup stylist. The Major Crimes Unit is investigating this case. The cause or manner of death for both Colton and Kiara is still pending.
Taking a look around the world this morning, the war in the Middle East is leaving new questions for the Biden administration. Many now questioning if the U.S. is pushing Israel to change course. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the latest.
This morning, the White House appears to be playing down President Biden's harshest criticism yet of Israel since the war broke out.
He was expressing concerns that we continue to see civilian casualties in Gaza.
At a fundraiser, the president said Israel is losing international support because of its indiscriminate bombing in Gaza. A White House spokesman would not confirm whether Biden's remark is an official assessment. If so, it could have significant implications.
As I said to my previous answer there, that they will act in accordance with the law of armed conflict and do everything that they can to match their intent, which is to minimize civilian casualties.
If they aren't, then isn't there an obligation for the U.S. to change the way that it's delivering military aid?
That's a hypothetical that I'm not prepared to engage in right now.
Hypothetical if he's saying indiscriminate bombing.
That's a hypothetical I'm not going to engage in. We have expressed our concerns. The president has publicly and privately with the Israelis about the need to reduce civilian casualties, and we're going to continue to do that.
Today, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is meeting with Israel's prime minister to push for restraint and for more humanitarian aid. More than 18,000 people have been killed in Gaza, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. An estimated 85% of the population has been displaced. Encampments like this one, flooded by a recent storm, disease setting in.
135 hostages are still being held by Hamas, including Americans. The Israeli foreign minister says Israel will continue its war in Gaza with or without international support. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Today, the Spokane City Council will decide if the Salvation Army will continue operating the city's largest homeless shelter. The Salvation Army has been running the Trent Resource Center for more than a year, but its contract is set to expire December 31st. If approved, the new contract would cost the city more than $3 million and would last just until the end of April. The Spokane Regional Health District is reporting an outbreak of Shigella, primarily among the homeless population.
Shigella is a gastrointestinal infection that can spread quickly with symptoms of diarrhea, fever, and stomach pain. Now, health officials say as of right now, there have been 57 confirmed cases in Spokane County and 4 in Kootenai County. Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:05.
Talking weather this morning, Matt Gray filling in for Mark Peterson. What do we need to know?
All right, things looking fairly quiet here for a little bit. The weekend's looking pretty good too. Next week gets a little bit sketchier. Looks like we have maybe some more rain. Not like we've had enough of that already. We'll show you that in your extended outlook coming up.
And this weekend, you can meet some local artists and do some holiday shopping. I'll have details on Terrain's Bazaar coming up.
And right after the break, how Congress officially opened an impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden.
Also ahead, if you're renting a home or apartment, we may finally have some good news about your monthly rent prices. Just ahead on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
For safe winter driving, Perfection Tires got it. Cooper, Nokian, Toyo, and many other quality brands.
Winter tires can allow you to stop up to 50% faster on snow and ice.
Expert advice, fair price, easy credit. Nobody beats perfection.
The Plant Farm poinsettias are here. Bring on the holidays and shape your Christmas world with the Plant Farm. Bring home the vibrant Bravo Red or break tradition and surprise your family with their many specialty colors like pink, orange, and even multicolored. Bring home a Plant Farm poinsettia today because life is better in the garden and your home.
Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call. That's all.
509-999-9999.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today, we honor Bob Walker. Bob helps take care of less fortunate families by assisting with gas and utility vouchers, bus passes, and by volunteering endless hours at the Caritas Food Bank.
Bob's leadership and compassionate heart allows Caritas Food Bank to serve and support even more families in our community.
It's like nothing. This is what you're supposed to do. You do it, you just do it.
Thanks to STCU for helping to make sure volunteers count.
Mr. Casino Hotel is the place to spend this holiday season for your chance to win. PVR tickets, retro boom boxes, Nintendo Switch gaming devices, PS5 gaming consoles, Hawks game tickets, and of course, cash.
The holiday magic is here, and so is the biggest mattress sale of the year. We're embracing the spirit of giving this year by putting every bed in the store on sale. Our Regal King and Queen's beds are up to 15% off. Need a bed for the kids? They're on sale too. Want a luxury adjustable bed? With the purchase of select King or Queens, we'll give you an adjustable base for free. Don't miss out on our biggest sale of the year. Sleep right. Buy Twilight.
Don't let freezing temperatures leave you stranded this winter. Let our certified technicians at Perfection winterize your car.
We'll check your tires, antifreeze, battery, belts and hoses, wipers, lighting, and more.
Keep your car going strong this winter. Nobody beats perfection.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
9 minutes after 6, here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. House Republicans have voted to authorize an impeachment inquiry into President Biden.
Republicans argue it will further their investigation, which has yet to uncover any evidence of presidential wrongdoing. The vote coming hours after Biden's son, Hunter Biden, defended his father and himself from Republican attacks outside of the U.S. Capitol. Now, the younger Biden is now facing indictment for failing to pay taxes that he has since repaid.
New evidence in the domestic violence trial of Marvel actor Jonathan Majors, an audio recording and video from the night of the alleged assault. Majors can be seen picking up his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari, trying to shove her back into that SUV. Jabari claims minutes earlier, Majors had assaulted her in the back seat. Jury deliberations are expected to begin today. If convicted, he faces up to a year behind bars.
Former Trump attorney Rudy Giuliani is expected to testify today in his defamation damages trial. He has already been found liable for defaming 2 election workers, Ruby Freeman and her daughter, Shay Moss. Now, a D.C. jury will be deciding how much he has to pay up. Giuliani does not plan to call any other witnesses as a part of his defense. He already owes Freeman and Moss more than $230,000 since he failed to respond to parts of their lawsuit.
Now, the tide may be turning for renters as rent prices are beginning to decline across the country. Real estate company Redfin says the median asking rent declined 2.1% in November from the year before. And that comes out to $1,967. The company says renters can thank the surge in construction of apartment buildings for the decline.
In your 10-second takeaway for your weather, you'll likely not notice the weather system that's moving across the inland northwest today. Lots of clouds, but not a lot of showers will be coming into our region.
Well, it's official. It'll soon cost drivers in Spokane Valley an extra $20 to renew their tabs. The ordinance narrowly passed 4-3 during Tuesday's city council meeting. The new fee will collect more than $2.7 million for the pavement management program.
We have people that drive our roads who don't live here that aren't paying those fees. The economy that we have right now, people are struggling, and $20 means a lot to a household.
Now, while a majority of the council members don't like the idea of drivers paying more, they did say it's a necessity.
I don't like the license tab either. But you know what? $20 to have good roads, help take care of the roads, so I don't have to spend $150 on an alignment every year. But when are we going to take care of our roads so we don't end up like Spokane?
Now, the collection of those new fees will start in June. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:12.
From car tabs to car parts, coming up a little later in the news, how one man is turning hubcaps and other things into works of holiday art.
And Spokane's largest local winter art market is back this weekend. Our City Charles is live at River Park Square with a sneak peek at what you'll find at this year's bazaar, including those kind of fun mugs and bowls there with faces on it. Love to see it. We'll see it after the break.
Is your home ready to make warm memories this holiday season? Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. From Roman shades and screens to draperies and shutters, Factory Rep Blinds has every type of window treatment from all the major brands. Not only do they install at no extra charge, but they'll bring samples to you. Call for your free consultation at 509-327-9637. That's 509-327-9637. Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. We do the work. You enjoy the results.
Frozen is Disney's latest hit Broadway musical. From the producer of The Lion King comes the show audiences and critics are melting for.
Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts, July 24th to August 4th. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
At Coeur d'Alene Wigs, we have that great hair day every day. Wigs are a great way to look and feel good in a matter of minutes. With over 60 years experience, we will help you find a wig that matches your personality and gives you confidence. We also measure, fit, and refresh your current wigs. Stop in and shop our great selection of wigs, toppers, and accessories. Walk-ins welcome, appointments recommended. Coeur d'Alene Wigs, where it's a great hair day every day.
It's the only time of year the reindeer fly. You can't see them on their sleigh ride across the sky. Gather all your friends around or go out and paint the town. It's the only time of year the whole wide world turns upside down.
Lewis Culligan, your local water experts since 1936. The world's most efficient water softener. Safer drinking water in every glass. Convenient, reliable delivery. Industry-leading technology. Here for every water worry.
It's the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan Service and Parts Center. We're ready to keep your car in the best condition possible so you can drive with confidence. From express service to more advanced diagnostics and repairs, our certified technicians deliver expert service and advice. We also have an inventory of factory Nissan parts. You can personalize your vehicle with accessories tailored to your Nissan. Parts and service at the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan right off Highway 95.
Hello, I'm Diamond Dan Clark.
And I'm Jeweler Jane.
And we're from Clark's Diamond Jewelers in beautiful downtown Coeur d'Alene.
Our famous snow promotion is back for Christmas.
If it snows 4 inches or more in 24 hours on January 11th, 2024, all purchases made between November 21st and December 30th will be refunded in full. And that means all engagement rings, loose diamonds and gemstones, jewelry and gifts could all be free.
Shop Clark's Diamond Jewelers this Christmas and let it snow diamonds.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northwest Winterfest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Just about 6:16. If you still need to do some Christmas shopping, you can take home maybe a perfect gift at Terrain's Bazaar.
The winter market features specialty goods, all crafted by local artists, and it's happening this weekend. So we'll find our Cindy Charles this morning, who's live at River Park Square with details on what you need to know before you get out and go shopping. Good morning, Sid.
That's right. Good morning, Natalie. So I heard you remark on some of these mugs we've got here. These are all done by Elise. She's a local artist that will be showcasing her mugs and all her wonderful handcrafted goods this weekend. So Elise, tell me about your mugs. I mean, I know I see they've got some faces on them.
Yeah. So my business is called Mad Hatter Pottery, and I started making monster mugs about 6 years ago.
Monster mugs.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
So they all come with a name and a story. So the name's on the bottom. The story has a wax seal on it. So whoever gets the piece gets to break that and find out the whole story.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, can I get some examples?
Yeah, so there's some examples on the table, but like Barbara is creative, so there's like more of a story behind it. Over the years, it's been kind of cool to see like certain people find one that fits them, or like finds one that like fits the person they're buying it for, and like the name will match even.
Yeah.
So I never expected that starting to make these, but it's always really fun to see that.
And then you've been doing the Bazaar for a couple years. I mean, what's your favorite part about doing this?
It's just really neat to see so many local artists in one spot, and Terrain has grown so much over the years. They're all about supporting local artists, which is really great. I started with their bazaar in the summer, and like keep adding to all the stuff they do, and they're just so supportive. It makes being like a small local artist a lot easier and manageable.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And so for those of you who do not know some of the details about the event, take a look at your screen. It's this weekend, Saturday from 10 to 8 o'clock. Over 70 vendors will be selling thousands of items like jewelry, leather goods, clothing, original artwork like we've seen here with these monster mugs and more. There's going to be live musical performances plus activities for the kids. All those details are on KXLY.com. Thank you, Elise, for waking up early with us. Really fast, where can shoppers find your goods?
I'll be on the first floor this year near the escalator.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Those are so cute.
So much to love about that.
Oh, I love it. So
and I love that Sydney's telling us exactly where to find these particular artists.
So helpful.
We'll be looking.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Will we be needing to be indoors for all the shopping?
No. Actually,
okay.
I think we're going to be A-OK here for the next few days, really. Here is our temperatures right now, and you know what? Our average lows this time of the year are in the low and mid-20s, and so to wake up and have one of the cooler mornings this week be in the upper 20s and low 30s, it's actually not that bad, all things considered. We are still keeping an eye on radar, but as you've noticed, some of this moisture has gotten a little bit closer to our radar site here in the West Plains in Spokane County. You've noticed that, well, things have kind of faded away closer to the radar beam, so we're only seeing kind of the bottom edges of these clouds far, far away from the radar site, angled up just a little bit. That still, however, does not mean that there's still not something going on. So we are going to keep an eye on places like Bonners Ferry, like Northport, where we may see 1 or 2 snow flurries, but even then, not really anticipating any impacts here to your commute this morning. We'll see temperatures in the 20s and 30s as you head out the door. I was scraping a lot of ice off the windshield this morning after some clear skies earlier tonight. Really cool this off pretty quickly, so do keep that in mind. You'll probably have to crank the defrost pretty well this morning. Here are your temperatures for the afternoon. Lots of 40s on the board. Always nice to see that in December. It doesn't happen too often. And we'll see those just very slight chances for showers. This morning in the Bonners Ferry area around Priest Lake to as far south as maybe we get a flurry or two around Priest River into the Sandpoint area. But once again, this is just going to be blink and you miss it. Maybe a snowflake or two coming down out of the sky. We'll also have a chance for 1 or 2 rain sprinkles later today around the Palouse area. This is about 5 in the afternoon as the last round of this, well, very weak weather system pushes out of here. And through the overnight, we'll see the clouds gather across the Columbia Basin, and we'll likely see a little bit of patchy fog as well. But I am holding out some hope that we'll see a little bit of sunshine for tomorrow. As for tonight, especially in the North Idaho Panhandle, we'll be looking for a little bit of patchy fog, and those clouds will be sticking around with temperatures above average in the middle and upper 20s in many areas. Now, here are the next 4 days of your forecast. Overall, not a lot of changes. It's going to be a little sunnier on Friday, a little cloudier and foggier for Saturday. Things pretty standard for Sunday. Then as we head into early next week, we've got some changes. So we will see a little weather system come in. It's going to be a little bit more robust than this one. And so we'll have a chance for perhaps a wintry mix Monday night and then some rain on Tuesday. And that's about it. It is a pretty quiet, not so wintry forecast.
Yeah, I'd say. Kind of easing us into winter, the extended ease into it, I guess.
Well, you know, we got a week to go, and then the solstice will be here.
There
So
you go.
we'll get to look forward to more daylight.
All right,
Thank you much. It's now 6:21.
And you'll be able to catch the Seahawks right here on KXLY this upcoming Monday night. But will we be seeing quarterback Geno Smith take the field? We'll have more on his current status coming up right after the break in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Mesmerize her with Coast Diamond Jewelry from Tracy Jewelers. Coast is committed to creating fine, quality jewelry that is stylish, imaginative, and instills lasting memories. Mark your moments with the sophistication of Coast Diamond from Tracy Jewelers.
Wallflowers Design Center offers design services and installation with an extensive selection of carpet, luxury vinyl plank, hardwood flooring, tile, blinds, and wallpaper. Come in or give us a call and set up a free consultation with one of our designers today.
We pride ourselves in trying to help each and every person that walks through the door.
I have a real passion for design. I love the whole process from beginning to end.
The Hunter Douglas Blind Summer Sale starts now. Save up to 30%. Also, check out our luxury vinyl plank and wallpaper. Wallflowers Design Center.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is a bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along. Walking in a winter wonderland.
My darling granddaughter, this camera was given to me when I was your age. May it capture your big, beautiful life the way it did mine.
It's so surprising what the little things can do. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody...
Oh, Merry Christmas, Grandma.
Spokane Exercise Equipment is the Inland Northwest premier provider of top-of-the-line exercise and rehabilitation equipment. Once the Spokane Exercise Equipment technicians have finished setting up your new home gym, that's when the workout competition begins. Spokane Exercise Equipment has all you need to achieve your fitness goals. They offer delivery, installation, service, and maintenance for all residential and commercial customers. Visit them in downtown Spokane or go online to see their full line of products.
Mesmerize her with Coast Diamond Jewelry from Tracy Jewelers. Coast is committed to creating fine, quality jewelry that is stylish, imaginative, and instills lasting memories. Mark your moments with the sophistication of Coast Diamond from Tracy Jewelers.
To play or not to play? That is the question the Seahawks are asking quarterback Geno Smith. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minutso. Smith sat out of Sunday's game against the San Francisco 49ers due to a groin injury. ESPN reported that Smith's injury typically has a 2-week recovery time, meaning Smith would be out for the next game. However, head coach Pete Carroll didn't commit to one way or another as far as Smith's availability for Monday. The team will evaluate him this week before making a decision, and if Smith can't go, backup quarterback Drew Lock will get the start once again. Locke threw for 265 yards and a pair of touchdowns in Smith's absence on Sunday. He also threw a pair of interceptions. Carroll says the next few days will be crucial in determining whether Smith plays or not.
We'll see, how he comes back. These couple days right here are just so valuable for him, getting all the treatment he gets and then just the rest time. And we'll come back. We don't practice again until Thursday, so that we got a break here.
Kickoff is at 5:15 on Monday at Lumen Field in Seattle, and you can watch the game right here on KXLY. Eastern Washington men's basketball only playing their second home game of the season on Wednesday, taking on Portland Bible College. Eastern was off and running from the opening whistle. Eagles get the stop on defense. Cedric Coward must have been mad at the rim. Coward led all scorers with 25 points. Still in the first half, Eastern already up by double digits. Casey Jones, and that's a grown man move right there. Eastern Washington shot 60% from the floor. Now here they are on the break. Big Sky Player of the Week, Jake Kyman finds Vice Zonke for the dunk. Eastern wins this one no problem, 103-34. The Eagles never trailed in this game. Eastern Washington will take on Cal Poly on the road on Monday. And that'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:26 on this Thursday.
People on the West Plains want answers about the safety of their drinking water. How you can learn more at a meeting tonight. We'll have a preview just ahead. And as we go to a commercial break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on the 32-year-old woman accused of pretending to be a Boston high school student. Investigators say last year, Shelby Hewitt enrolled in 3 separate schools, presenting herself as a teenage foster child as young as 13, going by the names Daniela and Ellie.
In reality, the defendant was a woman in her early 30s who had attended both college and graduate school and was employed as a social worker.
Hewitt pleaded not guilty this week to 9 counts, including felony forgery, identity fraud, and larceny. Now we're hearing from a former student of one of the schools who says she was friends with Hewitt, but never suspected she was a different age.
We would exchange phone numbers. We would have regular conversations about how our weekend is going. Sometimes she'll cry, get overwhelmed.
We'll have more details in the case against Shelby Hewitt coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The holiday magic is here, and so is the biggest mattress sale of the year. We are embracing the spirit of giving this year by putting every bed in the store on sale. Our Regal King and Queens beds are up to 15% off. Need a bed for the kids? They're on sale too. Want a luxury adjustable bed? With the purchase of select King or Queens, we'll give you an adjustable base for free. Don't miss out on our biggest sale of the year. Sleep right. Buy Twilight.
We are here in Israel, a nation at war, the worst attack in 50 years. Israel waging a fierce bombardment of Gaza.
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight.
One of my favorite programs is the People Helping People program.
Any BECU member can nominate a nonprofit that they care about.
We are so appreciative of BECU and their support for our program. One of our parents, who also happens to work here, was able to nominate us. Our service of the community really aligns well with BECU.
Last year, we gave away 3 grants in Spokane. This year, we're slated to give away $525,000.
Thanks to BECU, we are able to meet the needs of more families.
Save big this Christmas with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, posted at bimart.com. There's 20 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for the holidays. At Bi-Mart, our members save more every day.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
As we kick off this half hour, let's take a look at the 4 News Now story tracker that's following the stories people are reading about this morning.
The University of Wisconsin's System Board of Regents has voted to accept a deal with GOP lawmakers to cut back diversity initiatives in exchange for state funding. The $800 million will go to pay raises and projects. The vote comes as diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in universities are being cut across the country. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers, a Democrat, expressed disappointment over the board's decision.
A woman once dubbed Australia's worst serial killer has finally cleared her name. Kathleen Folbig spent 20 years in prison for killing her 4 young children over a 10-year span. But today, she received a formal pardon. Substantial new evidence found an unidentifiable genetic causes for the deaths of her children. Folbig is seeking compensation from the New South Wales state government. The payout could be in millions of dollars.
Today, the Walmart Foundation will present a $150,000 grant to the Medical Lake community for rebuilding what was lost in the devastating Gray Fire. Walmart will also award $5,000 for the annual Shop with a First Responder event hosted by the Airway Heights Police Department. You can see more about this event by finding this story on KXLY.com.
Thanks so much for starting your morning with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Thursday, December 14th. Let's check in with Matt Gray. He's filling in for Mark Peterson. He has your first alert forecast.
All right, we've got the clouds that have moved back in the inland northwest. Temperatures are in the upper 20s, low 30s, and we probably have to scrape some ice off the windshield this morning as you head out the door. I certainly did that. We've got a weather system moving through, but it is not bringing much in the way of moisture. You notice how our returns on radar, snow in the north, rain in the south are all really far away from our radar site. And that usually means what we're seeing on the radar picture is more the bottoms of the clouds more than anything actually coming down out of said clouds. That said, along the U.S.-Canada border, we are going to keep an eye out for a few snow flurries, especially in our mountainous areas. So we're talking about northern parts of Pend Oreille County in the Priest Lake area, as well as northern Bonner County as we head through the rest of the morning hours. Now, everybody else, we start off with these temperatures right around freezing. We'll watch things warm up into the upper 30s and even to below 40s this afternoon. Just don't expect to see a lot of sunshine with that weather system moving overhead with lots of cloud cover throughout the day. Now, there is a better chance for some sunshine coming up before the weekend, and we've got another chance of rain coming up in the next 7 days. I'll show you that in your extended forecast coming up.
Matt, thanks. The defense has taken over the retrial of Richard Aguirre, a former Pasco police officer accused of killing a Spokane woman back in 1986.
Aguirre's attorneys arguing that someone other than their client had something to do with Ruby Doss's death. We will not be using that person's name since they've not been charged with this crime. Doss was a sex worker, and her body was found in a vacant lot in East Spokane, an area known for prostitution at the time. The defense called on 2 former Spokane police officers as witnesses. Both were called to question other sex workers after Doss's death. Those workers told them that Doss had recently upset another sex worker and her pimp after she snitched on her to police. The defense focused on the pimp.
You consider a person of interest in this case?
Yes.
When you turned that information over to the detectives on the case, did you assume that they would follow up?
Yes.
Another officer who testified said he had also learned that the sex worker and her pimp had to leave town shortly after Doss's death. Trial is expected to last through early next week.
Well, an unbelievable story from around the Northwest this morning. A 72-year-old Idaho woman missing for 4 days has been found alive after crashing her car in a canyon. Now, officials in Canyon County say Penny Clark was reported missing back on December 5th. A few days later, she was found near a ravine. The Canyon County Sheriff says that it's miraculous that she was found. Clark is now recovering from her injuries at a local hospital. Well, the fight against water contamination continues on the West Plains. PFAS, also known as forever chemicals, were found around the Spokane International Airport.
The Department of Ecology invites you to learn about the potential health impacts of PFAS and how people can get involved in the cleanup. The president of the West Plains Water Coalition, John Hancock, says many members have questions about PFAS contamination and how they plan to clean it up.
The uncertainty that a person feels when they turn on the tap to get a drink of water. Is my water safe to drink or not? And there are thousands of people on the West Plains that don't yet have an answer.
Hancock says public involvement matters for a big issue like this. As the Department of Ecology waits for the negotiation to be signed by the Spokane Airport, the goal is to provide as much information as possible. There are more than 2,000 private wells in the area. Dr. Chad Pritchard with Eastern Washington University says his plan is to help test those wells for free. Anyone with concerns is welcome to the public meeting tonight at 7. It's at the Hub in Airway Heights.
In News for Your Health this morning, new research could lead to a major breakthrough in the treatment of morning sickness. Researchers have pinpointed a hormone that's released by growing a baby that might cause that condition. Women who are more sensitive to the hormone may be at greater risk of experiencing a severe form of nausea and vomiting. It could make it possible to treat the root cause of morning sickness rather than just the symptoms. Roughly 70% of expectant mothers experience morning sickness.
You only have a few days left to ship presents if you want them to arrive in time for Christmas. Amazon says the last day for free shipping through it is today. The FedEx ground shipping deadline is tomorrow. Saturday is the last day of ground shipping for the U.S. Postal Service, and UPS recommends you enter the addresses you are shipping to on its website for specific dates. You can even use those same shipping deadlines if you're sending something for Kwanzaa.
And here's a fun one for you. Don't forget to thank your Amazon drivers this season as they deliver those packages. With each thank you that you send, Amazon will be sending them $5 to the driver for the first 2 million drivers who get thank yous, and that's at no charge to you. Now, here's how to do it. You can tell Alexa to thank your driver on your Alexa device, or search thank my driver on Amazon's website or the app. Now, the driver who did your most recent delivery will then be notified and get $5 from the company. I've always wondered, whenever my Alexa asks me if I want to thank my driver, what it actually goes towards. And
there you go.
Now you know.
No cost to you. That's the key there.
That's the best part, exactly. Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:37.
And from a former Amazon driver, you say, don't forget about snacks.
Don't
too.
forget snacks. If you leave out snacks, you are going to make your driver's day. Trust me, know from experience, especially walking up all those apartment stairs. You get hungry and you get thirsty real fast. Now to my current job, your forecast, which we'll have coming up in just a few minutes.
The topic of access to abortion care could make its way back to the Supreme Court, this time centering on a commonly used abortion drug and how it's being regulated.
With artificial intelligence now at our fingertips, some may think it would lead to more students cheating on their assignments, but a new report is saying the opposite. We got details next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Do you have property damage? Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
Join us on a holiday vacations tour. Explore Alaska on a Glacier Bay cruise June 4th to the 16th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com keyword Spokane for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser powers through tough messes, so it makes it look like I spent hours cleaning. And you know I didn't.
It makes my running shoe look like new. It's amazing.
It's so good. Makes it look like I have magical powers.
Magic Eraser and sheets make cleaning look easy.
Say yes to your healthcare story with Washington Health Plan Finder. You'll get help finding the right healthcare plan like Cascade Care. Start your next chapter right at wahealthplanfinder.org. Enroll now.
Welcome back, and the time is now 6:40. 2 men are accused of killing thousands of eagles and selling them on the black market. Now, according to the Department of Justice, the 2 men were indicted by a grand jury for killing 3,600 birds on the Flathead Indian Reservation in Montana. Those include golden eagles and bald eagles. The DOJ says the killings happened between 2015 and 2021. It's illegal to harm or kill a golden or bald eagle under a protection act that's been in effect since 1940. The men face conspiracy and wildlife trafficking charges. They're scheduled for an arraignment in January in Missoula. Well, the Supreme Court has confirmed it will consider the legality of a commonly used abortion drug, mifepristone. Now, the dispute centers on the FDA's authority to regulate the medication, which was first approved in 2000. For now, mifepristone remains available and is not subject to restrictions the lower courts have said should be imposed on its use. The U.S. Supreme Court is expected to make its ruling by next July, which is just months before the 2024 presidential election.
Takeaways for your weather. You may turn on your 4 News Now weather app and take a look and see some things on the radar, but unlikely to see any of that precipitation hit the ground. Just a couple of flurries in the mountains today.
A new report found high school students are not using ChatGPT to cheat. ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence chatbot that can generate responses and essays in seconds. According to researchers at Stanford, the percentage of high school students who cheat remains statistically unchanged. That is compared to previous years without ChatGPT. The university conducted the anonymous survey among students at 40 U.S. high schools. It found about 60 to 70% of students have engaged in cheating behavior in the last month, a number that's the same or even decreased slightly since ChatGPT was released. Good morning. Northwest time is now 6:42.
Cindy Charles is live this morning at River Park Square with a great idea to help you finish up your holiday shopping. Good morning, Sid.
Good morning to you, Natalie. Yes, Terrain's Bazaar is kicking off this weekend, this Saturday. Shoppers can find thousands of handcrafted goods. I'll have more details about Bazaar on the other side of this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The all-new Bet Ahead feature is now live at Caesars Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Casino. Make your picks online from anywhere before you place your cash bets. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Your whole health is more than what you find at the doctor's office, because it's all around you. The food you eat, what makes you happy, and what keeps you up at night. The place you call home. It's why we created a health insurance company that considers so much more. WellPoint, your whole health is our whole point.
$3 pitcher night, a couple cocktails, an edible, and a nature documentary. What do all these people have in common? A friend like you who offered a ride or made sure they got in a ride share. or provided a couch to crash on. Thanks for keeping the roads a little safer tonight, Washington. Together, we get there.
This isn't Charmin. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
Ah, my bottom's been saved.
With its diamond weave texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better with fewer sheets and less effort. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
King C. Gillette is an award-winning lineup. Men's Health's best beard trimmer for beginners, among Men's Journal's best beard shampoos and washes, and GQ's best beard conditioners for soft, no-itch facial hair. Your beard is our trade. These are your tools. King C. Gillette.
Do you show your Vandal pride? Dave sure does. He proudly dons the silver and gold when he's at work, mowing the yard, and especially on game day.
Hey, can we get 3 tacos?
I got this.
Where did you get that?
You don't have a Vandals debit card?
Don't worry, Dave. You can get your Vandal debit card by visiting p1fcu.org/GoVandals. Go Vandals!
Spokane Tribe Casino brings you laughs and rock and roll like never before. Live on December 14th is comedy sensation Nikki Glazer. And don't miss the biggest acts of the 80s during the 80s Rock Invasion on December 16th. All at Spokane Live. Entertainment without limits.
4 News Now is brought to you by Burke's Restoration.
Welcome back in just after 6:45 this morning. Terrains Bazaar is back this weekend. The Winter Art Market takes place on all 3 floors of River Park Square.
You will get a chance to shop for unique holiday gifts and meet local artists in the community. Sydney Charles is live with a sneak peek of what you can expect when you go visit Bazaar.
That's right, Robin. So yes, Terrains Bazaar is the winter version of the Bazaar that takes place in downtown Spokane every summer. So I have Ginger here with me with Terrain. She's the co-founder of the wonderful organization. Ginger, thank you for waking up early with us this morning.
Of course, thank you so much for having me.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say, I mean, this event draws hundreds of people every year, Ginger. I mean, what can people expect who have not been?
Yes, so Bazaar is the region's largest all-local art market. We'll have over 80 vendors, and you'll be able to find unique gifts for anyone in the family. So think skincare lines, clothing, jewelry, stuff for the kiddos, a little bit of everything for everyone, while all supporting local artists.
Wonderful. And so also there's going to be musical performances, right?
Yes, of course. So there's 10 local musicians who will be doing live musical performances throughout the event on all 3 floors of River Park Square. We also have kid activities and just a lot of different activities for everyone to come down here.
Wonderful, Ginger. And just tell me about Bazaar and the history behind it. How did this all get started?
Yeah, so really we wanted an opportunity for local artists to connect with customers. We also think a lot about art accessibility. And so one of the unique things about Bazaar is we require our vendors to have 50% of their items be $100 or less. So the thinking behind that is everybody gets to take something meaningful home and experience art. And it's just, again, a really good opportunity. Artists sold $185,000 worth of art and handmade goods last year. So a really good opportunity to bring something unique, a unique gift into your home while also supporting local artists.
All right, Ginger, thank you so much. I'll send it back to you guys in studio. All the details are on KXLY.com. It's on our front page.
So cool. I'm so excited to check that out this weekend. These are always the best gifts. I feel like these are the ones my families love the most, is those homemade local gifts for sure.
And the talent is incredible here. Just incredible. All right, what do you got? 30 degrees, is that right now?
That's right now.
Okay.
Hey, not too bad. It's,
too bad.
Middle of December.
Chilly.
Our average low is usually about 24, 25 this point of the year. So still warm. And that's going to be a theme, by the way, in our forecast going forward. The clouds have also returned today. Here's your forecast for this afternoon. We're going to see some 40s places like Moses Lake, Grand Coulee, St. Mary's. We'll see upper 30s around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We have a small chance for some showers, both a mix of rain and snow, depending on the time of the day. Bonners Ferry and into the Winthrop area. Mostly, though, we're going to be staying dry. I don't really expect much more than maybe a little flurry this morning as some of this moisture from this very weak system moves across the Canada border. We'll continue to see some light snow as well around the Methow Valley and the North Cascades. Over the next couple of hours, things dry out mostly for the afternoon, but we may see 1 or 2 sprinkles of rain in the Palouse later on today. Cloudy skies continue through the night, and we'll see some patchy fog develop around the region with a better chance for sunshine tomorrow. Notable event for today. We're finally gaining some daylight, at least in one part of the day. Our sunset today is 1 minute later than it was yesterday. Now, we're still losing a lot of morning light, so it's still going to be until the 21st. 1 week from now, the winter solstice, before we start gaining some of that daylight back overall. But hey, some later sunsets, can't complain about that, even if it's 1 minute later. Upper 20s and low 30s with that chance for fog in the Idaho Panhandle tonight. Things stay pretty quiet and comfortable as we head through Saturday and Sunday. Notice these mild temperatures continuing. We get even warmer next week, and that means our next weather maker coming in for Monday night and Tuesday is going to be pretty much all rain for the valleys and lowlands. Our chances for a white Christmas are really, really low, I think, at this point.
And chances for snow in the mountains?
There's a chance.
Okay.
That's about as good as I got for you.
There you go. Matt, thanks. 10 minutes before the hour, your morning sprint's coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic.
When it comes to luxury, standing out takes something special, something exceptional, something unique. We dare you to be unique. Just like each individual work of art, that is unique jewelry. Find unique jewelry at Tracy Jewelers.
The holiday magic is here, and so is the biggest mattress sale of the year. We're embracing the spirit of giving this year by putting every bed in the store on sale. Our Regal King and Queen's beds are up to 15% off. Need a bed for the kids? They're on sale too. Want a luxury adjustable bed? With the purchase of select King or Queens, we'll give you an adjustable base for free. Don't miss out on our biggest sale of the year. Sleep right. Buy Twilight.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. I gotta call Swap.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling him.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Taraji P. Henson. We go inside the color purple. La, 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 la.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
Febreze. I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to working from home, I gotta have every part of my house clean. That means tidying up, then spraying my Febreze Air Mist to leave every room smelling fresh and clean. With that done, it's time to get to work.
Is your home ready to make warm memories this holiday season? Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. From Roman shades and screens to draperies and shutters, Factory Rep Blinds has every type of window treatment from all the major brands. Not only do they install at no extra charge, but they'll bring samples to you. Call for your free consultation at 509-327-9637. That's 509-327-9637. Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. We do the work. You enjoy the results.
When it comes to luxury, standing out takes something special, something exceptional, something unique. We dare you to be unique. Just like each individual work of art, that is unique jewelry. Find unique jewelry at Tracy Jewelers.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Thursday in the morning sprint.
A mild forecast today. Meteorologist Matt Gray is in keeping an eye on when and where we could see some snow.
Sydney Charles is live at River Park Square, checking out what you can get at the Burzar.
But first, he admitted to killing 4 people, but now charges against Major John Kaler have been reduced. Through mediation with his victim's family, Kaler has agreed to plead guilty to 4 counts of second-degree murder instead of first-degree murder. The family has also agreed to drop the burglary charge against Kaler. The 31-year-old killed 2 adults and 2 teenagers back in June. He told police he snapped and killed them because his wife told him the 18-year-old neighbor exposed himself to Kaler's children. A hearing to change his plea is scheduled for Monday afternoon in the Shoshone County Courthouse.
The defense has taken over in the retrial of Richard Aguirre, a former Pasco police officer accused of killing a Spokane woman in 1986. Aguirre's attorneys are arguing that someone other than their client had something to do with Ruby Doss's death. The defense called on 2 former Spokane police officers as witnesses. The trial is expected to last through early next week. You can read the most recent details of this case on KXLY.com right now.
And most of us are going to experience a dry forecast again today. Temperatures right now in the 20s and 30s will reach the upper 30s and low 40s under cloudy skies this afternoon. There will be some showers because of those clouds, but it's mostly going to be up in the mountains with some light snow flurries. Then we look at pretty nice weather for this weekend. We'll continue with cloudy conditions, and we'll be looking for some rain early next week.
Today, Spokane City Council will be deciding if the Salvation Army will continue operating the city's largest homeless shelter. The Salvation Army has been running the Trent Resource Center for more than a year, but its contract is set to expire on December 31st. Now, if approved, the new contract could cost the city more than $3 million and would last just until the end of April.
The Spokane Regional Health District is reporting an outbreak of Shigella, primarily among the homeless population. Shigella is a gastrointestinal infection that can spread quickly with symptoms of diarrhea, fever, and stomach pain. Health officials say as of right now, there have been 57 confirmed cases in Spokane County and 4 in Kootenai County.
Former Trump attorney Rudy Giuliani was expected to testify today in his defamation damages trial, but a spokesman for Giuliani has said that the former New York mayor will not be testifying after all. Giuliani has already been found liable for defaming 2 election workers, Ruby Freeman and her daughter, Shay Moss. Now a D.C. jury will be deciding how much he has to pay up. Giuliani already owes Freeman and Moss more than $230,000 since he failed to respond to parts of their lawsuit.
The Dow has reached a record high and is continuing to gain this morning in early trading. It's jumping as the Federal Reserve put a pause on increasing interest rates. It's a sign the economy has been moving mostly in the right direction with inflation cooling. And if inflation keeps trending lower, some economists think the Fed could even start to cut rates next year, which would be helpful for borrowers paying off credit card debt or buying a home. Inflation slowed to a rate of 3.1% last month, but that's still high and well above the Fed's 2% target.
An unbelievable story from around the Northwest. A 72-year-old Idaho woman missing for 4 days has been found alive after crashing her car in a canyon. Officials in Canyon County say Penny Clark was reported missing on December 5th. A few days later, she was found near a ravine. The Canyon County Sheriff's Office says it's miraculous that she was found. Clark is recovering from her injuries at a local hospital.
The tide may be turning for renters as rent prices are beginning to decline across the country. Real estate company Redfin says the median asking rent declined 2.1% in November from the year before. The company says renters can thank the surge in construction of apartment buildings for that decline.
And the 5th annual Burzar will be taking place this weekend. Vendors will be selling thousands of handcrafted goods and specialty items. It's taking place at River Park Square on all 3 floors of the mall. So take a look at your screen for some of those details. Again, it's taking place on Saturday from 10 o'clock to 8 p.m. Vendors will be selling things like leather goods, clothing, original artwork, and more. There will also be live musical performances and activities for the kids. All those details are on KXLY.com.
Well, if you get a gift, you only have a couple more days to ship those presents if you want them to arrive in time for Christmas. Amazon says the last day for free shipping is today. The FedEx ground shipping deadline is tomorrow. Saturday is the last day for ground shipping for the U.S. Postal Service, and UPS recommends you enter the addresses you're shipping to on its website for specific dates. We'll be back with a final check of the weather right after this break.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account. I get paid every time I buy something. It's like a bonus for me.
My darling granddaughter, this camera was given to me when I was your age. May it capture your big, beautiful life the way it did mine.
It's so surprising what the little things can do. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody
Oh, Merry Christmas, Grandmother.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY+.
Oh, we've got a gorgeous sunrise taking place this morning. Look at that. Some high clouds from this incoming weather system. Oh, they are making for a beautiful start to our day. Should be a dry day in most of the inland northwest, mostly cloudy skies, upper 30s today. Not a whole lot of changes, but a better chance for some sunshine heading through your Friday. We've got some wet weather on the way for next week. Mild temperatures look like they're going to be sticking around through next week and maybe even all the way to Christmas.
Looks like the sky is mimicking our outfits there. We're inspiring it.
Yeah, that's it.
Blue and pink, absolutely. Thanks so much for waking up with us.
We'll see you throughout Good Morning America. It starts right after this. Can we take a look at that? There it is.
Pretty.